phenomena of chemtrails. And, you know, when I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time and say, oh, that's cool. A jet just went over. And then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And the next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing and you didn't know why. Okay? And you really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting.
So if I made a decision, or if there was a collective decision to do a geoengineering program, and you put, say, the kind of program I think makes more sense, we put about 1 million tons a year, let's say, you might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year as a direct result of that decision. I made a decision, or if there was a collective decision to do a geoengineering program, and you put, say, the kind of program I think makes more sense, we put about 1 million tons a year, let's say, you might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year as a direct result of that decision.
Could a strange substance found by a Southwest Arkansas man be part of a government test? Well, that's the question at the heart of a phenomenon called chemtrails, now getting widespread attention.
Well, they say the government is dumping chemicals on us to control or manipulate the weather.
And they say the unusual-looking jet trails in the sky are actually chemical-laden chemtrails.
People say the government is up there in airplanes spraying all kinds of chemicals to change or manipulate the weather, leaving what you see there, and they call that a chemtrail. So what I look at there and I think are contrails, you're telling me are chemtrails?
Yes, that a contrail would be dissipated by.
I think, along with many physicists, or most physicists, I think, who've looked at this, solar radiation management is a very dangerous technology, and in many ways it would itself constitute dangerous interference with the climate system. So I think these sort of experiments translated into policy are deeply unwise and deeply unhelpful. I think that there's very substantial uncertainties about the effects of solar radiation management technologies. We don't understand their impacts at large scale on the monsoons, on precipitation, rainfall regimes. And what we do understand about it tells us that we need to be profoundly concerned that these technologies could provoke really major damages in different regions.
This next story is so unbelievable, we didn't think it could possibly be true. But after receiving thousands of records and declassified reports from the Army, it's confirmed that during the Cold War, the United States military conducted secret tests on unsuspecting people in the city of St. Louis. A local sociologist will make her findings public tomorrow, but she spoke first to the I-Team's Lisa Zigman.
Lisa Martino-Taylor's life work has been to uncover details of the Army's ultra-secret military experiments carried out in St. Louis and other cities during the 1950s and 60s.
This study was secretive for a reason. They didn't have volunteers stepping up and saying, yeah, I'll breathe zinc cadmium sulfide with radioactive particles. Out of secrecy, clearly they went to great lengths to deceive people.
By making hundreds of Freedom of Information Act requests, she uncovered once classified documents that confirmed the spraying of zinc cadmium sulfide.
The greatest concentration of this compound was sprayed near the Pruitt-Igoe housing complex just south of downtown St. Louis. It was home to 10,000 low-income people, and an estimated 70% were under the age of 12.
Martino-Taylor claims they all unknowingly inhaled this compound morning, noon, and night, so the government could measure its effects on their lungs.
The chemtrail generator. Oh. Let's make sure that thing's working. We're going to check this out. I got it. 3.6. Oh, look at that. They're working. They're working. You can see the chemtrails coming out of the engines here. Look at that. I'm dying to take a picture. Oh, that's cool. My neighbor, you got it. So chemtrail gen, I'm doing a video. Chemtrail generators are on. And yeah, there it is. It's working.
Those planes up there, they have contrails behind them. Maybe all those planes with contrails, maybe they're actually spraying chemicals in the atmosphere right now, and Uncle Sam isn't telling us. It's extremely unlikely. That the United States is not telling us seems extremely likely to me.
I don't know if this is true or not, that some scientists are trying to figure out a way to block the sun to try to slow down global warming.
Yeah, it's a measure of the feeling of desperation that some of them